Hey, evening everyone. Well, Amber has posted another weigh-in and I weighed in too. I'm gonna figure out how to get these three weigh-ins in. First time Amber weighed in, I weighed in at 325. Second time Amber weighed in, I weighed in at 319, and tonight I weighed 317. I don't know why, because I've not been really eating healthy-ish, but I have been waking up and having something in the morning, having a kids meal for lunch because I get a free kids meal on the Wendy's app, and then I'm not like so famished for dinner and I'm eating everything in sight like Kirby. So that's something I compare myself to whenever I'm eating everything in sight. I'm like Kirby from the video game. So I'm gonna figure out how to get these three in there. I've got an app on my phone from Sharper Image. I bought the Sharper Image bathroom scale a couple of years ago, and you stand on it. You're supposed to stand on it with your bare feet, and it measures your, BMI, your weight, the weird stuff that you get from how your body is doing, like watering your body out. I don't know, but it's kind of neat. And if you're into all that, it's not that expensive. I think when I bought it, it was probably $30 to $40, and I think it weighs up to 350 or 400. I can't remember, but um, I also broke out my Wii Fit Plus. I used to do stair stepping on it, and that's how I lost pretty good significant amount of weight a couple of years ago. I would have my Wii Fit plus watching Netflix while doing my stair step. So that was fun, and kind of been contemplating breaking out my Dance Dance Revolution video game again. I had a lot of fun quite a long time ago playing with it, and I would play on that for hours. So, and I'm hoping Amber does some more dance videos. I want to wear my dancey pants again and get out there and dance. I like dancing with Amber. So this is weigh-in plus results. I seen where it was mentioned weigh-in, so that's why I weighed in. And I'm hoping this is an organic video, not pre-recorded. So, and she's gonna tell us about her condition, what's going on. So let's see after she had that chicken mukbang.
Hey guys, so it's been a minute since I updated you in real time. In this video, I just have a few things I want to touch on,
Touching.
updates regarding my mom, my cancer, my appointments, results, my weight. So the first thing I want to talk about is my pre-recorded videos. A lot
Let's
of
hear it.
people are having issues with me uploading pre-recorded eat with me videos or
Yeah.
pre-recorded vlogs, pre-recorded pretty much anything.
I don't much have an issue with her uploading pre-recorded stuff, but it seems like the things she's choosing is to kind of gauge people, and then when she sees the comments come in of people getting upset with her eating, because that's a lot of eating. That's a lot of food. And if you're anything like me, you don't get food to waste. And I'm a cheapskate anyway. That's why I've been eating my free kids meals for lunches, because they're free. I'm very much a cheapskate. So my family's motto is, if it's free, we need it. So I don't have an issue with pre-recorded videos, but I do have an issue with those eat with me videos. And I know that food's not going to waste. Come on now. We know once the camera turned off, you were finishing those chicken wings and you were finishing those lobster rangoons. You did finish the lobster rangoons and whatever else you had to eat that day. And the sushi. Yeah, it was sushi, lobster rangoons, the Taco Bell mukbang, the what else did she have? You trying the Turkish snacks. And I'm not too much against trying the snacks from around the world. I've done that. I used to be a member of Degustabox when it was still in the United States, so I don't much have an issue with that. But I do have an issue with choosing the videos that you chose, and you're getting the comments coming back of people, very disappointed in you but then you kind of want to play the victim on that. So I don't know where you're going with this. So let's see.
But I think the biggest one is people are saying I'm like making a mockery of my cancer because I'm uploading mukbangs.
You kind of are.
I find that to be silly.
No.
Because not only are these pre-recorded, but
well, cancer or no cancer, you're not supposed to be doing it anyway.
Even if they weren't, but they are, people with cancer still eat.
People with cancer got to be careful with what they eat.
I'm not binging in my videos. I'm not overeating.
You're overeating.
I'm just eating. And I'm not doing it for any other reason besides I'm making my money. I'm sitting down, I'm eating.
Okay, that's fine. If you're doing it just to make money, be real with it. Sorry, I'm kicking the desk because I'm mad. If you want to be like Joey's World Tour, if you want to be like him, be like him. I have mad respect for him. He doesn't try to victimize himself. He sits there, he eats in his car, he makes no bones about it, and he loves food. And he doesn't say, guys, don't be mean to me. And I have mad respect for Joey. I have mad respect for Hungry Fat Chick. She knows what she is. She's not going to make no bones about who she is. Is she unhealthy? Yes, she's unhealthy. Do I hope she gets healthy? Absolutely. But she's not going to throw out her banner and make herself the victim. She is who she is, and she owns it. And I have mad respect for her. I have mad respect for Eric the Electric. He has battled eating disorder, and he kind of makes fun of it now because he does massive food mukbangs. He has, eats massive amounts of food, even though he did have an eating disorder where he was significantly overweight, but it's kind of the way he deals with it, I guess. I probably wouldn't if I lost the amount of weight he did. I would probably never touch the stuff again. I might. But he is who he is. He does what he does, and he owns it. Matt Stoney, Megatoad, he's a competitive eater. And he is who he is, and he owns who he is. So, if you want to be an Eat With Me channel, be an Eat With Me channel. If you want to be a mukbang channel, be a mukbang channel. But don't step on, I don't want to use this analogy. Don't step on puppies and then cry when people start calling you puppy killer, okay? Maybe that was a bad analogy.
A meal with you guys, and I'm hoping that you'll enjoy it. And because I have cancer and because of my weight, eating on camera is like taboo. I personally don't understand it currently in this time, mainly because the food choices I am making when it comes to quantity is not bad at all. I am losing weight, I'm not gaining,
but it's still unhealthy. There are unhealthy thin people who have high sodium that, shouldn't be eating or drinking Coca-Colas. They shouldn't be drinking them. And I just put the ducks up, so I've got like dust in my throat. I guess that Sahara dust is blowing in here. But there are unhealthy thin people. I know a woman, she is twiggy, skinny, mini, and she drinks like 7 Red Bulls a day. Now, Red Bull is on the lower scale of the energy drink, even though it is a bad choice to drink, but she drinks 7 Red Bulls a day and can't understand why she has heart palpitations. So, even though you're like, oh, it's not that bad, it is. It's like somebody taking a hit of ecstasy, but just a little bit, and it's like, it's not that bad. And it may not be that bad for a while, but that fried food, that grease, is clogging your arteries. And I understand it. It's good. I grant you. Fried food is awesome. But you're eating it and expecting people not to have an opinion of it when you say you want to get healthy. You say you want to take control of your body. Maybe that's what breaks you apart from Joey and Hungry Fat Chick and Eric the Electric. They don't sit there and go, oh, I wish I could be healthy. I want to make good food choices. I want to do what's best for my body. I got to get healthy. And yeah, you may lose weight a little bit here and there, but they don't do that, but then go out and get a Taco Bell mukbang feast or eat fried chicken or eat crab rangoon, and that stuff is full of calories. And I don't know who told you that a California roll was one of the healthier options. It's not. California roll is one of the most unhealthy options. The healthier option for sushi is absolutely veggie, no meat.
I think that's what's really important right now is I continue losing weight, but I still have a few pre-recorded videos that will be going up because you guys, that's really all I have to offer right now. I am clearly going through a lot. Every day I am just like, the stress and the worry is taking over literally my body, and I'm starting to feel it physically, and it's just
I get it.
so much happening at once that I feel out of control. I feel like none of this is in my control because obviously it's not.
And I get, you're going through a lot of stress, but maybe halt on the videos, or maybe just pick through the videos that don't have you eating copious amounts of food. Just pick through that. Focus on spending the time with your mom. Your mom's there for about 3 weeks, so
I can only do what the doctors tell me to do, and that's that. So I don't know. It's just, this is all I have to offer, and I don't want to sit here. I'm actually very grateful I have pre-recorded videos because things would be bad if I didn't. Because what's going on in my life right now is, hi, I have cancer, and I'm still spending
okay, so you've got the diagnosis.
time with my mom. She leaves soon, and that's gonna be honestly probably devastating. I already feel it. I already cry about it. I am going to hate when she leaves. It's going to hurt so much. She was only supposed to stay a week, but then she decided to stay 3. I wish she would stay 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. But yeah.
I see this is going to end badly. Right now they're in the kind of honeymoon phase, so to speak. And I see this is going to end badly because Amber has stated that her mother is super religious and Amber is agnostic. So that is going to be a big clash if her mother is as Christian as she claims to be. She's going to want to start, joining a church and becoming part of that church, and also, giving little tidbits of life to her daughter because she would care about her daughter. And that's a big clash. That's why I'm putting my Christian hat on. I am a Christian. I'm putting my Christian hat on. And that's what the Bible says. Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers, because it's just a big clash. And I mean, right now things are good. Things are great because you're catching up. You're, lovey-dovey. But then after things go forward about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, like you say, you're going to start getting irked on by some of their habits and some of the things that, are going to drive you crazy. If she truly cares about you, she's going to want you to get healthy. And that's going to pick at you because you want to get healthy, but you don't want to put the effort into doing it. Now, it seems like you're doing it. It seems like you are giving it a go, and I really hope so. I am there behind you 110%, but I could want to knit a sweater all day long. I could even go out and buy the knitting needles and the yarn and the pattern and get everything I need to knit that sweater. But until I put the yarn and the knitting needles in my hand, that sweater ain't gonna get made.
Yeah, regarding my pre-recorded videos, I'm grateful for them, honestly, because if I didn't have them, I still need to work. I still need to have certain normalcy in my life. I still need to pay my bills. A lot of people are like, since you have cancer, you need to stop filming. I feel like people with cancer, they don't want to stop their normalcy. I'm not going to speak for other people. I'm speaking for myself. Whether I had an office job or I worked at McDonald's, or I was a lawyer. I'm just trying to, do like a big genre of careers here. No matter what I was doing to make my money, if I was diagnosed with cancer while having those jobs, I would not stop working just because of that.
And I get that. The day after my brother passed away, I checked back into work because I know I couldn't sit at home and think, because it was a bad situation that he died in that I really am not allowed to talk about as of yet. But it was very traumatic, very troubling, and I went back to work the next day, and my boss even come up to me and said, "Hey, I know we are in a tight position because we were down 2 employees, and I work at a pretty small company." And he says, "I know we're in a tight situation, but you are allowed a bereavement leave." And I just told him, I said, I can't sit at home. I can't sit at home and think. So I can understand. I can understand 110%.
I don't want the cancer to define me, and I don't want it to paralyze me.
There goes
Obviously,
Becky!
there's treatment options that I still have to consider and think about and decide.
Sorry, I saw Becky back there.
And if any of those debilitate me to where I can't work, then that's a whole other different story. But right now, I still want to make my money. I still need to pay for the roof over my head and the food in my mouth. I need to pay for vet bills. And you guys understand, if you're an adult, you have bills to pay.
Yeah.
And
I have a
YouTube
mortgage.
isn't going to take away my cancer. It's not going to make my cancer worse. YouTube is actually a blessing for me because I have an outlet and I have an income. I have a place to talk and to enjoy it. And I've met so many wonderful people, and so many people have reached out to me who also have cancer. And honestly, I am just beyond grateful for YouTube. I feel like I can keep talking about that. So the next thing I want to talk about is my mom. It is so crazy how similar we are. We have like a similar personality. And as you guys know, I talk about how I have an egg allergy. She also has one. And I'm just like,
I don't think it's an egg allergy. I think it's an egg intolerance. Sorry, honey, I paused you at the wrong time. And I get it too. Whenever I eat eggs bought from the store, I get, the tummy troubles and the tummy gurgles. And I think it's because, chickens that are kept in an egg producing factory, they're not kept in the most sanitary and ideal conditions. So whatever the mama has in them, they're going to pass through to the egg. Since owning my ducks, I have eaten duck eggs because she poops out the butt nuggets, I'm going to eat the butt nuggets. And I cook with them. And I've noticed that I don't get as sick. It doesn't, mess with my tummy like eggs bought from the store does. And my mom still buys eggs from the store because she just can't fathom using a duck egg. She says, I can't do that. That's But I mean, they're my ducks. I know my ducks. I know what I feed them. I know what they eat. I know what they're around. So they're not around nasty, yucky, bad stuff. So they're pretty healthy. I'm not USDA certified, so I cannot sell the eggs. I can trade them. I can trade them for vegetables, and I do that. I'll, take them to a friend's house, and they'll give me some vegetables from their garden, and I'll give them a dozen duck eggs. And because I got 3 girls, and I mean, they are producing. They are producing. So, yeah, I think it's an intolerance, not an allergy.
it runs in the family. I remember my aunt told me that my mom had one, but I didn't realize it was like as extreme as it is. So I guess it kind of just like runs in the family. And she also said it's sometimes when she eats eggs, sometimes she'll be okay and other times she'll feel super sick, which is exactly how I am. So I'm just like, that's so weird. And you guys, the minute we picked her up from the airport over 2 weeks ago, we could not stop talking the whole car ride home, which was over 2 hours. And she ended up saying a certain word that made me and Becky crack up. You guys make fun of me for this word, and I've heard other
Is it
people
both?
pronounce it the way that I do, but
Both?
I know I pronounce it more like
Both?
awkwardly. And I
Is it
I always
both?
wondered, like, why do I pronounce it like that? Now I understand. So my mom was talking and she said both with an L.
It
You guys
is!
make fun of me because the right way to say it is both. I have to like really think about it when I say it. So my mom was just talking and she's like, both. Me and Becky start cracking up, and I was like, okay, well, now we know why I pronounce it that way, because when I grew up, my mom said it like that. So then I guess I assumed that's how it's supposed to like be pronounced. But
She also, man, I paused her at the worst time. She also said that because her mother puts milk in her ice cream, she does it too. And my mom would do that. And I do it, I don't do it. It just depends how I'm feeling, how I flow. You know, some days I like it, some days I don't. But let's see if she mentions the ice cream and milk.
I'm not the only person who pronounces it like that. Like, I hear other people, actually certain YouTubers, and it's not even just in one state, it's kind of like spread out through the USA. Okay, so a weight loss update. I'm actually going to put my weigh-in right here.
All right.
So that means I'm still losing weight, which
Good
is honestly,
girl.
it's been kind of hard because the pill I'm currently on, due to my bleeding, it's supposed to help with the bleeding. It makes me a little hungry because it is a estrogen slash like
Yeah.
hormone situation, and they warned me it's gonna make me moody and it's gonna make me really hungry.
That's funny because she's taking the same medication that I took whenever I was, first diagnosed with PCOS. PCOS is pretty common and a lot of girls have it, and it does make it harder to lose weight, but not impossible. So, I just, because, yeah, I would get not hungry, I would get weird cravings. I would crave cucumber. I mean, I couldn't get enough cucumber. I wanted cucumber more than anything in the world. And I would probably chew somebody's fingers off to get their cucumber if they had one. And another craving I had was strawberries dipped in ranch dressing. I don't know why. I wanted strawberries dipped in ranch dressing more than anything in the world. And it didn't make me hungry, it just made my cravings, made me have like the weirdest cravings. I mean, you know how sometimes you can sit down and eat a bag of potato chips in one sitting? That's how I was with cucumbers. I could eat probably 10 cucumbers in one sitting if somebody let me.
So it's been hard to ignore the hunger, obviously, because I do suffer with food addiction, binge eating, etc., etc. But
Oh, another thing that I craved unsweetened chocolate. I would I felt so bad too. I would get a block of baker's chocolate and like nibble it or suck on it or just have it in my mouth. And it didn't taste good, but I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. So, and I asked my doctor and he's like, well, just keep it down because chocolate is high toxicity. They say it's toxic to dogs because dogs are so much smaller than we are. But if we were to eat, I think if we ate like a good 2 or 3 pounds of pure unsweetened chocolate, it would be very toxic to humans as well.
I have been able to find actually certain substitutions, kind of. My thing at night is I love candy and chips and snacking and just in abundance. I have stopped doing that because easily I could eat 2,000 calories right there and
Yeah.
just freaking snack at night.
Same.
So what I have switched to is popsicles. I will forever stand by this, you guys. It works. I have 4 popsicles a night and they're only 50 calories each. So that's only 200 calories. And popsicles is literally just frozen liquid.
Yeah, it is, and that's why, the doctors will tell you, look at Coca-Cola and juice as liquid candy. So freezing them, they last a lot longer. You get the taste more. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the popsicles. I was told that if you get the snackety snacks at night, eat a bowl of cereal. Now, don't eat a bowl of like Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. No, eat a high fiber cereal like Special K or shredded wheat. Keep that in your body as opposed to the sugary cereals. Good high fiber, something that'll make you feel full. So instead of trying to eat a slice of cake or eat candy or junk food, eat a bowl of cereal.
And it has helped a lot with my weight loss. Like, I'm actually shook because changing just that small area
I get you.
into something different has helped drastically.
That's good.
So I'm down about 82, 83 pounds. I'm super freaking excited. I did get down to 487, but then I ended up gaining that pound. A little bit of a fluctuation moment,
Yeah.
which I'm totally fine with. Yeah, I'm just really trying to
I'm proud of you.
stick with some sort of weight loss as long as I'm going down. That is super important. So now let's talk about, as you guys know, I had a CT scheduled, MRI, and what happened with that. Okay, so I already had the
You had both a CT and an MRI. That's a lot of radiation.
CT. I was so nervous I wasn't going to be able to fit because there is a weight limit. You guys, the weight limit was 700 at the place I went to, so I was worrying for nothing. So it was super simple. I was anxious the whole time. They put
The hospitals are getting more accommodating.
Dye stuff in a vein.
Ugh.
I had to drink this big container of this nasty liquid. So I did the CT. It maybe took 5 minutes. It wasn't as bad as I thought. And I did get my results back yesterday. And this is the part where I'm a little nervous about. They said that everything looked fine, but my lymph nodes, whatever I'm gonna call them, lymph nodes. I don't know how to pronounce them.
When you say noids, that reminds me of the old Domino's commercial. You remember the little guy with the rabbit ears? Avoid the Noid.
Everyone says it different, either Noid or node. They look enlarged, which could mean that the cancer has spread to my lymph nodes. And so they want me to get...
Well, when those get enlarged, that means you've got like some sort of infection in your body. And I've noticed when I get a cold or a bad cough, mine would swell up right there. And also, if you kind of being bigger, they're going to swell a little bit more.
On top of having an MRI, which I'm actually getting today, I'm about to leave in about 30 minutes. I'm so anxious. They also want me to do a PET scan because that'll be able to see if it is because of cancer. My oncologist did tell me that I could just naturally have bigger lymph nodes. She says she sees that in some people, but she wants to be sure, and the PET scan will be able to tell if it is cancer or I just have larger lymph nodes.
Now, when I went through my testing for PCOS, I didn't get the dye thing done. They didn't put dye in me because I guess it didn't go that far for me. But I did have a lot of scan, and I did have to go to a cancer center because that's where they had the better labs and the better testing. And yeah, it did freak me out when they told me where I was going because I was like, no, I don't. And cancer doesn't run in my family. I think the most that's run in my family is diabetes runs on my dad's side. Hypoglycemia runs on my mom's side, so I'm kind of in the middle there. And so I think that's probably the big thing in my family is diabetes. And my mom's got slightly elevated blood pressure. My blood pressure has been good. Even as big as I am, my blood pressure stays pretty good. So... and I don't have, any sort of problems with my diabetes, sugar, or anything. So I'm pretty good there, just for right now. So it could 2 or 3, 4, 5 years later just flip the switch. So I did get scans. I did have a CT scan. I don't think I had an MRI. I can't remember. But I did get a mammogram. I remember that very well because the doctor and the nurse were very, very kind whenever it was time to do such. And I don't remember it hurting, but I remember it being very cold, and the nurse was a sweet lady. She, let me hold on to her hand because my mom didn't want to go back there with me. She was nervous as well. And I don't remember, you know, an, uh, an MRI, but I do know they did want to check me for quite a bit more because I went through something similar Amber went through a couple of weeks ago, and they just wanted to check everything, and everything came back, pretty peachy keen. So let's see.
Lymph nodes, I said it right. So I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's how you pronounce it. So I am terrified because if it has spread to my lymph nodes, I honestly don't know how I'm gonna handle it, to be honest. I
If it
really
gets
truly
to
don't.
if it gets to the nodes, it's
I
bad.
cried a lot yesterday when I found out that I have to get the PET scan. I'm actually getting the MRI and the PET scan today, right after one of another. Doing the MRI first and then the PET scan. I'm nervous. I've never had either of those done before. Just hoping for the best. So regarding results for my MRI and the PET scan, I won't be getting that until like a few days from now. So I'm nervous. I really want positive thoughts, prayers, vibes, anything that you believe in and can send out that's any sort of positivity. I thoroughly need it because this has been the most stressful. God, how long has
Yeah,
it
it
been?
is stressful.
4 weeks. I am just tore up mentally and physically, and I never imagined I would be in this situation. I can say that hands down. I honestly never thought that I would have cancer ever. And I still have people sending me messages thinking I'm lying about this whole thing. That's crazy to me.
Well,
We'll talk about it a different day, or we just won't talk about it at all, because that's
no, don't ignore it. If you avoidance is worse than facing it,
honestly insane for someone to lie about something like that.
but people do. Watch the documentary Mommy Dearest, Mommy Dead and Dearest. Watch that documentary, honey.
And I feel like it might be even worse for someone to think that I'm lying about something like that when I'm actually truly going through it. Just saying. Anyways, I actually am needing to continue getting ready to leave. I'm really, really anxious and nervous because I don't know how MRIs go or PET scans, and just really nervous. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little update, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I don't believe you're lying about it. I believe you might be jumping the gun a little bit. And there's been things that you've kind of jumped to conclusions before, or kind of been totally not quite so honest before, and people are following a pattern. It's like the boy that cried wolf. One day you're gonna start crying wolf as the wolf's coming, and nobody's gonna believe that the wolf is coming. So that's kind of where people are at right now. So um and I know in the past when you've really wanted to prove things, you've taken the phone, the camera, whatever, to the doctor's office or called the doctor like you tried to call the urologist, and that kind of blew up in her face. So I know you and your mom's together, and it would be cool if your mom's comfortable with it to feature her in one of your vlogs and just, kind of introduce her, let her introduce herself, and say a few words. And that would be cool, but that's only if she's comfortable with it. Don't make her do it. Yeah, the COVID-19 is still going on, and riots in the streets and protests, and crime is just spiked, I think, because people have been made to stay home and they're itching for any reason to fight, any reason to get out there. So the world's not in a good state right now. So we're all trying to keep our spirits high and keep positivity flowing. So, girl, I am proud of you for losing as much weight as you have. I don't know if you've surpassed the infamous 89 lbs, but keep going, keep chugging forward. Come on, you can do it. You got this. Keep that momentum going. You know, keep the popsicle idea going. That sounds like it was a good idea. And just keep us updated. Let us know. I sincerely hope you're not lying about it, because it's just not something to play with. And you claim you don't want it, you don't want to be identified as a person with cancer, but you keep bringing it up. And I know right now it's fresh and new and you're going through so many tests, so I can see you wanting to keep people updated about it. So if it becomes a reoccurring theme over and over and over in your videos, and you don't want to be identified of it, it's kind of like a person that marries into a well-to-do family. They claim they want to be known as their own person, but yet they keep reminding them who they've married into. So take care. I wish you luck, and I'll see your next one coming up. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.